back. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Browns and the Steelers on Thursday night.
Along the shores of Lake Erie, the Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end you doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate number one threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have...
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the veteran from Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy. Let the offense unfold. Trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
Third down and 9. Now Rudolph. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
Back to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. They'll throw out of the gun. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. Across midfield, shot out of a cannon. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 82 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Austin now to return this, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. To throw is Rudolph. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Rudolph. That's to the big tight end, Freiermuth. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Here's Corliss Waitman now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Now a handoff running right. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Now they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Back to throw is Rudolph. The ball comes out. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. They'll run on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
2nd and 2, you're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss at 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll look to throw. And he's in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Austin now to return this. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Throwing, Rudolph. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll find Woods. That one is caught.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 14-0 is our score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand. And
pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, He tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 29-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Now a give up the middle. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll throw out of the gun. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And that is incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Steelers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and it'll bring up 3rd down. To throw is Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Browns offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To the ground, a first down run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. 3rd and 9. You have a tight end motioning left here. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Austin now to return this. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Rudolph to the outside. Catch made by Pickens.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Now Rudolph. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. This one uncorked, looking for Woods.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Catch made. That's Woods. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
That one complete to Watson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now, faking the give. That one on target to Watson. And he will go all the way. Justin Watson, touchdown Cleveland. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense going to take over just before the half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
He'll let this go for Pickens. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs. Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. In the 1 o'clock games, one that immediately catches the eye is in our nation's capital. A big test for the Washington Commanders as they get set to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Sunday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and the LA Rams. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. There to make the stop, the All-Pro T.J. Watt. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a Browns first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A tight end in motion now. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will score. Touchdown, Browns. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Austin now to return this. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Warren. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
His second catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a first down. Rudolph looking to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw is Rudolph. It's into the hands of Pickens once again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down. Once again, it's Warren. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing, Rudolph. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Quarterback just has to get this ball out of his hands. I understand giving your guy a chance to pick up the first down. Let's see if he can get some space downfield past the sticks and put one on him. But once it's clear that's not going to work, this ball either needs to be thrown away, checked down, but you certainly don't want to continue to go backwards.
The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
All right, Mike, now it's getting to the point where it's almost becoming borderline disrespectful. Despite having this big lead here in the second half, they continue to take shots downfield. They are not...
Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And the great return for the touchdown. And a mistake by the young quarterback in this defense. Gobbles it up and takes it in for the score.
You know, Mike, unfortunately, this is sometimes just the reality of playing with a rookie quarterback behind center. You're going to get a lot of magic. You're going to get a lot of fun moments. But you're also going to get a little bit of this learning curve, understanding sometimes just it's better to live to play another day. Get the ball out of your hand. Don't take the hit. Don't take the sack. And definitely don't cough up the ball.
Johnson now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. Toward the outside. Catch made by Watson. He's going to have that 1st down. Gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a give on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage. And that is it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
The ball carried by number 10. He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Browns getting their punting team out there as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Complete. Metcalf with the grab. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Now Rudolph. Metcalf makes the grab again. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st down, Steelers.
To throw is Rudolph. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still 1st down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now, faking the give. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And Whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Here now, 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, they go with Warren. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Rudolph. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he will have the first down. So they took a chance on 4th and 2. Didn't get it by much, but they do convert to keep the drive going. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They face 2nd down and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer. So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. It is 3rd and 10. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Another carry for the running back. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. So the Dog Pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. They get the victory away from home in the division. So valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.